Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Hakuoki Kyoto Wins. We are still pursuing Sanin and still going along the common route. At the moment, we're in that meeting where Sen came to visit and wants us to go off with her. So let's finish this discussion. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. The revelation of all of this was nearly impossible to comprehend. I was at a loss for words. I mean, I was told I was not a human, but a being called a demon. I couldn't believe it, but at the same time, all the odd things that occurred all made sense now. Now, I knew why Kazuma was after me, and why I'd healed so much more quickly than anyone else. If you are indeed the descendant of a pure-blooded demon, then Kazuma's desire for you is clear. Should two purebloods mate, they will produce an even more powerful demon.
So he wants her for his bride.
After a fashion, yes. Kazuma will definitely return for her. Thus far he has been content to toy with you, but I cannot guess how much longer that may last. Should he devote all of his formidable abilities to this task, I do not think you will be able to protect her. Even the Shinsengumi cannot stand against the true power of a demon.
Whoa there, princess. You don't think that's going a bit far? Shinpachi's right. You aren't giving us enough credit.
The only reason you are still alive is because Kazuma and his companions have not turned their full strength on you.
Then let them. I should dearly like to see the power of a true demon.
Sanin! Kazuma and his friends had already demonstrated incredible strength. Even the captains of the Shinsengumi had been easily brushed aside. If that was not even the full extent of their strength, then a battle to the death against one of them would be...
Shinpachi and Harada are right. Although they were more powerful than any average human warrior, the difference in power between us wasn't so vast that we couldn't best them, even if they were going easy on us. Very true. Besides, we've got the demon himself in command, don't we? Shut up, Soji.
I understand how you feel, but you must realize that these men are unlike any other foe you have faced before. Your guy's job is to protect the safety of Kyoto, not to protect her. That is why I must ask you to leave her to us. In our care, her chances of survival will be much higher.
Hey, give us a chance, alright? Are you trying to say we can't protect her? This may sound rude, but you're talking about the power of two women over all of us? It's hard for me to imagine your thin arms could go head-to-head with guys like Kazuma, Amagiri, and Shiranui. Oh, look, lady, you're not part of the Shinsengumi, so I'd appreciate it if you could keep your nose out of our business.
Both Sen and Kimikiku seem to be thrown off by the captain's reactions.
What about you, Hijikata? You've acknowledged Kazuma's strength. Surely you must at least consider the princess's offer. Please give her to us. That's different. It's not our style to back out on a promise. We decided we're going to protect her. We're not going to run away because they're demons. And besides, if you're going to claim that you're a demon, guess I'll take it, but that doesn't mean we trust you. Do you know who you're speaking to? Princess Sen is a descendant of Suzuka Gozen.
Kimikiku, please, that is not necessary. Her tone was calm and friendly, but it left no room for argument.
I agree with Hijikata. If she really does have a blood of a different species, we'd like to cooperate with her for internal purposes in the near future. What?
Kimikiku glared at him. She probably didn't say anything out of concern for Sen. I see. That is a problem, then. There is no way I can convince you.
Hold on a minute. We didn't confirm one important thing.
Important thing?
Yukimura, what do you have to say about all this?
Me? Well, I couldn't give an immediate answer. It wasn't that I was doubting Sen and Kimikiku, but...
I see. It must be difficult to discuss with an audience. You ought to speak with Princess Sen alone. What the hell, Kondo?
Hijikata tried to protest, but Kondo didn't change his expression.
There should be at least one witness. The princess may take Kimikiku as well, of course. No, that's not necessary. We've been ignoring her feelings this whole time. If she wants to leave this place, then we shouldn't stop her.
Kondo.
Damn it. You're so easy on people as usual. Well, if Kondo says so.
His words spoke for the rest of them as well. They might not like it, but Kono was their chief. What he said went. But it was above his title alone. I think his personality usually won out over these sort of issues.
You won't steal her away the moment the two of you are alone, will you?
You needn't worry. Once a demon makes a promise, we keep it. I'll be fine. Sen isn't a bad person.
We know from the 2 meetings that we've had with her.
Why, thank you, Chizuru. When she smiled, her expression had returned to that of a girl her age. A few moments later, we found ourselves alone in my room. I know I've given you a terrible amount of things to think on this evening. I'm awfully sorry. Normally, I would never take this kind of measure. No, it's all right. I'm sorry about, them. They said some pretty mean things. Well, that's to be expected, I fear. I was asking rather a lot of them, and frightfully suddenly. Not many humans would accept the existence of demons so readily. But enough of that. On to business. What do you say to my offer? Have you thought on it? I had indeed. If Sen had come to me when I first arrived in Kyoto, I might well have taken her up on her hospitality. But now, the Shinsengumi seems to believe that they can. Though I do not doubt their dedication, I confess I do doubt their ability. Perhaps what she said was true. The Shinsengumi were powerful and skilled. I'd seen them face overwhelming odds and emerge victorious, but those odds had always been only human. The strength of even a single demon was something great and terrible. Of that there was no doubt. We had all seen so firsthand, and some had even lost their lives to that strength. And the same fate could occur, even to the captains of the Shinsengumi. I'm sure the political situation in Kyoto will be more chaotic in the near future. If Kazuma were to strike during such a time, what do you think would happen? You should leave the Shinsengumi. That way, they will be able to fight without worry. Sen. Her eyes were serious, but warm and honest. Whatever else she might be, her concern for me was real. Thank you, Sen, but... I hesitated. I just couldn't get myself to agree. Is there any reason you wish to stay? Yeah. Oh my, one of those gentlemen, perhaps? What?
Maybe more than one.
Her question had been entirely innocent, although it had caught me off guard. I couldn't possibly lie to her. What should I tell her?
Yes, just straight out admit it.
Yeah. I nodded. I did my best to look confident. She seemed a little surprised, but she eventually looked relieved and softened up. I see. Well, I shan't ask who. But I can certainly understand your dilemma. That being the case, I couldn't possibly tell you to leave. Thank you for waiting.
How was it? Have you reached a decision?
Before I could speak, Sen stepped forward. After some discussion, we have decided to leave things as they are. Sen.
Are you sure, Your Highness?
Quite. For now, I believe it is of utmost importance to prioritize her wishes.
Very well. The Shinsengumi accepts responsibility for her well-being.
Just relax and leave it all to me.
Oh, I'm sure Senpachi will give you all sorts of other things to worry about. Still, glad to have you around. Well, what kind of girl would want to stay here?
Well, everybody keeps telling me I'm a strange one.
Oh, I can't tell if you have guts, or if you've got rocks for brains. This doesn't make you special. You'll receive the same treatment you always have.
I would expect nothing less. Right. Thank you, all of you, for letting me stay. Sen took my hands in hers and let her eyes rest on mine. Do be careful, Chizuru. And remember, I am on your side. Thank you, Sen. She gave me one last warm smile, and then Sen and Kimikiku were gone. Bye, Sen. Once again, sleep refused to come. I wonder if there's any way we can go with Sen in some route. I'd be kind of curious to see what would happen if we went with Sen. My mind worked furiously, turning over everything Sen had told me, examining it from every angle. I was a demon. Not only that, but I was the head of a pure-blooded demon clan that was nearly destroyed. My heritage being the reason for Kazuma's continued interest. Gosh. I had decided to stay with the Shinsengumi, but was that really the best idea? Should I have left instead? I'd wanted to stay, of course, and I didn't really think leaving was a reasonable choice, but what if I'd made a mistake? Eek! I heard a sound from outside, and it made me jump. That sound, could it be?
Oh, I'm sorry for bothering you so late, but this is an emergency.
I heard Shimada from the hallway. Yes? The door snapped open as Shimada stepped in. His eyes darted back and forth nervously, and his body was tense. Has something happened?
The demons have attacked us. Here.
What?
They're after you, which means you need to stay here.
But... I was the reason they'd come here. And right after Sen's visit. We should have gone with her. How could I justify sitting on my hands while others fought my battles for me? I didn't know what to do. I will stay in my room like a good girl. Alright. I'll stay here, so please help everyone else, Shimada. Although I'd only encountered them a few times, I knew just how powerful the demons could be. I was sure the more Shinsengumi men there were, the chances of their survival were better.
No, I was ordered to protect you.
Just then, the sounds of blades clanging against one another rang outside the room.
Find a place to hide in this room. I will check on what's going on.
Okay, please be careful. Shimada grabbed his sword's hilt on his hip, but immediately after...
Ugh!
Shimada! I ran to the door to see what happened to him. But what should I do? I should run away from the room, because obviously someone's right here. If I remain here, I was sure that I would be caught, so I decided to run away from the room. My ear caught onto the chaos out front. Sanin, where are you? I went running to the other side of the compounds. When I'd arrived at the inner courtyard...
So, I finally found you, Chizuru Yukimura.
You!
Word has it that members of the Yasei clan paid you a visit today. I'm sure they shared many things with you. You're a pure-blooded demon. Such a great honor. Living in the den of imitators does not suit you. The time has come for you to leave with me.
What should I do? Sorry, Kazuma, but another time. Not today. As much as I love you. I must fight Kazuma. Yeah, that'll turn out real well, right? I won't go with you. I unsheathed my kodachi, holding it a tad unsteadily in my hands, and assumed a stance. And then he laughed.
What is the meaning of this? Do you think you're a match for me?
No, this is a symbol of my intent. Well,
she may not be fit. If you're looking for an opponent, you could fight me.
And he's already prepared, all furied out. Sanin emerged from the shadows, and he placed himself between Kazuma and me.
You think you could defeat me, despite being a pale imitation of a real demon? Well, we'll not find out unless we put it to the test, isn't that right? Also, let me make something clear to you. I am no pale imitation. I am a fury. And now, I'm going to give you a taste of the fury.
Ah! Sanin had struck Kazuma, but before I could even blink, Kazuma drew his sword and parried the jab.
Looks like you're at least stronger than a human. But that's just it. I'll show you right now while I call you an imitator. No matter how hard you may try, you are nothing compared to the strength of a real demon.
The exchange of glimmering slashes moved at a pace faster than my eyesight could follow. All I could make out was the faint reflection of light on their blades from the moonlight. To me, they appeared to be, dare I say, almost equal in strength. Oh, that's awesome, because we never really got to see Sanin fight. But for a moment, it seemed as though Sanin had trouble with Kazuma's flurry of attacks. After stepping back, I realized that Sanin was covered in bloody cuts and gashes across his body. Sanin!
This is nothing. Trust me.
This was a testament to the power of the Furies. Sanin's open wounds were healing instantly. As Kazuma was watching, he tightened his lips.
Chizuru Yukimura, watch as I bring an end to this fake.
What should I do? I should trust Sanin. I trust you, Sanin. Oh, that smile.
Thank you, Yukimura. I became a fury so I could hold my own sword once more. I am going to show you my power, now. I'm going to make you regret underestimating the powers of the fury.
Oh, so beautiful.
A fake is a fake is a fake. So, go on and waste away like you should.
Even though you're a demon, wasting you is going to be easier than you think. So, call me whatever names you want. I can still fight whatever powers you throw at me.
You're boring me. Time to erase you from existence.
Oh, so you weren't using all of your strength. You sure seem to be able.
How dare you speak like that, you worthless imposter.
Then, show me your true strength. I shall show you mine.
The two moved a distance apart from one another. Wah!
Commander Sanin, we're here for backup.
A few warriors had arrived, all of them unsheathing their swords and surrounding Kazuma. They were furies. All of them had white hair and crimson eyes.
Very well. I'll be rid of you fakes once and for all.
Quit underestimating the power of furies.
Or maybe you're underestimating the power of full-blooded demons. Kazuma and Sanin slowly edged closer toward one another.
Kazuma, you will stop there.
I wasn't sure where he'd come from, but Amagiri had appeared inside the inner courtyard.
Amagiri, don't stop me. The Nishi Hongwanji have been informed of our little visit. We must retreat before we are totally surrounded. You go home if you want. That is inappropriate. You should know when to back down. Fine, I'll retreat for now.
Kazuma replaced his blade in its sheath, and he shot a hateful glance towards Sanin.
I'll kill you all another time. Then you can expect me to be there, waiting for you.
Kazuma and Amagiri, without struggle, easily leapt over the wall of the yard and disappeared.
Members of the Fury Corps, after them.
The warriors all dispersed from the inner yard upon Sanin's command. Finally, the compounds were silent once more. I was dumbfounded, and Sanin stood in front of me.
Was I of assistance?
Yes, more than you know. Thank you. Sanin stared down at his left hand, and he began flexing his hand repeatedly. I think this is our first brand new scene with Sanin in this game so far.
A warrior is nothing without a sword. I am still a warrior.
Sanin? I was taken aback by how vulnerable he must have felt in the moment, and Sanin spoke warmly.
I'm going to leave and share my report. Return to your room.
As he turned to leave, I watched as his silhouette was engulfed by the darkness once he was gone. After time passed to the following day. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Yukimura. Did you sleep well last night?
Oh, yes.
You don't have to lie for our sake. We can tell how well you slept by looking at your face.
How embarrassing. How's Shimada doing?
The hit knocked him out, but aside from some bruises, he seems to be fine. He'll be back on duty soon.
Really? Oh, what a relief.
Shimada wanted to apologize to you for not doing a better job.
What? I'm the one who should be apologizing to him.
Oh, morning, Isame. Uh-oh. Oh, what happened? You don't look to be in a good mood. You've got a scary enough face to begin with, Kondo. Look, you're even scaring her.
No, I'm not scared.
No need to hide it. You can admit that you're scared if you're scared.
But I wasn't saying...
Sorry about that. I meant no ill will. Forgive me.
He gave me a tight grin, but then looked down, his face grim. I wondered what was the matter. He's acting different. Please, don't apologize. Please, just tell us what happened.
Well, you'll find out soon enough, I suppose.
He wasn't just talking to me anymore. The rest moved closer to hear what he had to say.
Nishi Hongwanji doesn't want the Shinsengumi here anymore.
They're telling us to leave, you mean?
Well, they didn't say that in so many words, but yes. I had a feeling this day would come eventually, but now that it's here, what should we do?
The monks at the Nishi Hongwanji temple were imperialists and allies of the Choshu. They'd never been fond of the Shinsengumi, but we decided to force our way into their temple anyway. It was no surprise they wanted us out, but I'd finally begun to feel like the temple was my home. I was sure I wasn't the only one who felt that way.
Still, this is awfully sudden. Do you think last night's incident triggered this?
I don't have to think, I know. They don't want fighting on the temple grounds. I'm sure someone else has a hand in this too. Choshu maybe, or Satsuma.
The ruckus last night was all because Kazuma and his men wanted to abduct me. I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
Not true. We came to this temple and forced them to yield to our admittedly unreasonable demands.
But what are we going to do? If we have to move, then we need to start looking for a new location.
Actually, we don't. We'll be provided with a new site courtesy of the Nishi Hongwanji temple.
What?
That's awfully generous. They must really want us gone. Yes, on both counts, which is why I decided to accept their offer. Things are going to get busy around here soon.
A plot of land was purchased, and a new compound was built, all paid for by the Nishi Hongwanji temple. It became the third headquarters of the Shinsengumi, the Fudodo village location. In the new location, there was a big bath where a dozen or so warriors could bathe together, and even new dojos. The new warriors were clearly excited about it. By the time summer came, the Shinsengumi had left Nishi Hongwanji, where they'd spent more than 2 years. Off to our new home. Shiny new home. July 1867. July 1867. Knowing better than to stay, the Shinsengumi agreed to Nishi Hongwanji's request and transferred their headquarters to Fudodo. We had to travel south from the temple in Nishi Hongwanji to reach Fudodo village. Whoa! My first glimpse of our new home surprised me so much that I had to stand there for a few minutes to take it in. Pristine and in working order, the huge compound sat proudly on a fair-sized piece of land. There had to be so much space inside that even after the rest of the men joined us, there would be room to spare. There was even a watchtower. I'd say we moved up then. It must have been comparable in scale to a daimyo's mansion, and the thought left me awestruck. This is our new headquarters?
It certainly is. From now on, this is our base of operations. Definitely plenty of space. We don't need to tiptoe around any nosy fools either. Should make things easier.
The stern look on Hijikata's face appeared to have vanished today. In fact, he looked to be in a pretty good mood. But his upbeat attitude was nothing next to Kondo's.
Oh, that's right. You still haven't checked out the inside, have you, Yukimura?
No, I haven't.
That settles it then. How about I show you around?
Huh? But you must be really busy with setting things up. You don't have the time. I wasn't sure it was such a good idea, but his smile was so infectious that he nearly danced from eagerness. I felt my resistance crumbling. Hijikata's eyes slid to the side to watch his chief. He grinned wryly and shrugged.
Just let him take you around. It's not quite a castle, but every man dreams of being the head of a household like this. Kondo's dying to show it off to someone.
Okay. I'd be honored to have a tour, Kondo.
Great, leave it to me. But where should we start? The kitchen and the baths are really spacious and...
Every new house came with a certain sense of anticipation, and this one was no different. It was with building excitement that I stepped inside after Kondo, my head swiveling from side to side to take everything in.
Alright, first things first. I think I should show you where you'll be staying.
Good idea. I would be most interested in my new room. This is my room? The new mats on the ground filled the room with a fresh scent, and the sunbeams that danced inside brought warmth and a sense of peace. The door design looked slightly fancier too, as if they wanted to give me a little something extra. Aww.
What do you think? Do you like it?
Of course! I jumped to reassure him, and his smile widened when he realized I approved of their choice. But is all of this okay? I'm not a member, and yet you're letting me have such a grand room.
Don't worry about that. We have so much space in headquarters now that every warrior will have plenty of room. And with the formation of the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb, we even have some vacancies.
Oh. For a brief moment, Kondo's happy expression faded into a somber one. I had a feeling that he was thinking about Heisuke and Saito right then. I knew he was. Saito, come back. I opened my mouth to say something, but before I could, his face cleared, and he continued speaking.
Anyway, as I was saying, we have plenty of space here. Nishihongwanji was big, but it wasn't a good place for a large number of warriors. Us being there was rough on them, and everyone else involved, but now we're in a situation where we have significantly more freedom.
You're right. We had only been browsing space at all the previous locations, Yagi and Nishihongwanji, and had to abide by the wishes of our sponsors, but now I could only imagine the emotions swirling through Kondo with this new place.
Now, where to next?
What other rooms are here?
Oh, I just remembered. This place has a fantastic training room. That is definitely our next destination.
With a grin and jaunty bounce in his step, he began to walk off when suddenly he came to a halt, calling over his shoulder to me.
Oh, would it be alright if we stopped somewhere on the way?
Huh? Curious, I followed him through the maze of hallways until we reached... Ooh, a really pretty room. This is... Okita's room? Why is Okita's room so pretty? The interior looked a lot like mine, but there was... something... It was hard to explain, but the room felt like him, almost as if I could turn around and he'd be right behind me grinning.
Yes, though it seems Soji snuck off somewhere. I shouldn't be surprised. I keep telling him to stay put in his room.
Ever since Okita fell ill, both Kondo and Hijikata had been keeping a closer eye on him, and often made time to see how he was doing. I really wonder how much good it would have done if he had rested more. I realized that was why we had stopped in his room. Kondo was worried, and he wanted to mask it with a visit. You're a kind man, Kondo. You're always looking out for everyone.
Now I'm a little embarrassed, but I admit, Soji is a special case for me. I've known him since he was 9 years old, and watched him grow into the man he is today. He's like a brother to me.
His voice softened and warmed. A faraway look came to his eyes. His fondness for Okita was obvious to anyone who bothered to pay attention. When he caught me looking at him, a smile on my face, he scratched his cheek and turned slightly red, chuckling.
Whoops. If we stand around talking here, we'll never make it through the tour. Let's head to the training room.
Okay. We made our way down a few more hallways until Kondo finally slid a large door open. Oh! The new training room was so spacious, 1 or 2 dozen warriors could easily train together, with plenty of room to move around. It's so big! I can't believe it! That's what she said. I'm sorry I had to do that.
It's amazing, right?
The wood floor beneath my feet felt cool. It would have been relaxing if the room hadn't already been full of frenetic energy.
Looks like some of the men were impatient to get started. Impressive.
Perhaps it was the new location, but a number of warriors were eager to test the room's capabilities. The air was filled with the sound of bamboo sticks slapping each other and the scuffle and stomp of feet. One person in the crowd noticed us standing near the door. He separated himself from the group and approached.
It's rare to see the two of you together. Are you getting a tour of our new headquarters?
Yes. Good afternoon, Inoue. How goes training?
Practicing in a new location feels wonderful. What's even better is the fact we'll be able to train, rain or shine now.
Oh, that's right. Everyone had to practice outside back at the temple. Suddenly, Inoue flipped his practice stick over and extended the hilt toward Kondo.
How about it, Kondo? Go burn off some energy with the men.
But he's giving me a tour.
I'd love to, but I'm showing Yukimura around right now.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about me. I'll wait over here and watch.
Really? Okay then. I guess I'll take you up on your offer again. I'll keep it short.
Striding into the throng of men, he was quickly surrounded by them as they all exchanged greetings. Before long, the training resumed. The intensity and difficulty exponentially increased now that their chief was amongst them. You did great, Kondo. You must be tired. Please sit and have some tea.
Ah, thank you. I lost track of time back there.
He took a seat in the new common room, which was centrally located for easy access by all members.
Sorry about that. I should have kept my focus. Then I could have given you a better tour.
It's alright. Today's only the first day we're living here. We can look around more anytime we want. I giggled, and Kondo's lips curled up into a smile. For a few moments he sat quietly, savoring his tea.
This is a good thing. This house we have, it's ours. We have a home to welcome everyone back. It's like another one of my dreams has come true.
Another?
Yes, for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to become a samurai and use my blade to serve the emperor.
He took a sip of his tea and quietly sighed. Aww. Look at little Soji, that's so cute! Young Kondo, little smug Soji. Really hot teenage Hijikata. Is that Inoue back there? I'm not sure if that's supposed to be Inoue or not. But this is adorable! Sorry, I had to rave for a minute. His face was turned toward me, but his eyes were soft and unfocused, gazing into his memories. Memories of happier times. I didn't know much about the history Kondo and the other Shinsengumi captains shared. Sometimes, I'd catch one of the older men talk about the early days, and every time they'd wax nostalgic for the life they used to live. It made me sad that I'd only joined them recently, and wasn't able to share in those happy, peaceful memories.
As the son of a farmer, my childhood was full of people chiding me for picking up a sword. They would always mock me, laughing at my foolishness.
But you proved them wrong. You fulfilled your dream of being a warrior, right? The Shinsengumi had done their utmost to do everything in their power to keep the city of Kyoto safe. As their chief, Kondo's efforts had been finally recognized, and he'd been granted increased responsibilities by the shogunate.
Yes, I suppose that's true, in a way. So I want to be able to open a path for others like me, who dream the same dream.
How?
I want the Shinsengumi to be a place where anyone can become a samurai, regardless of their status, as long as they stay true to honoring their lord.
Kondo. His feelings on the matter overwhelmed me. The Shinsengumi was the focus of all his energy. He cared deeply for every member, and every warrior who dreamed of the same thing he did. His bright smile faded.
However, if that's their ultimate goal, it wouldn't be fair to Shinpachi and Sanosuke. They left that life a long time ago because they hated it.
When his lips twisted up wryly, I couldn't stop myself from speaking. I'm sure they understand. I'm sure Nagakura and Harada will understand. Well, I guess it's more like I feel like they will. I had nothing to base my opinion on except gut feeling. But I wanted to find some way to get him to smile, so I plowed on in hopes that something I said would help. Knowing them, if they had wanted to quit, they would have done so a long time ago. But the fact that they're still here means that this is what they want to do with their lives. They love the Shinsengumi and respect you.
I see. I hope you're right.
He thought for a moment, then laughed. It sounded a little relieved. The pressure around my heart eased. The hours passed, and soon enough night came. I had finished my cleaning and was taking a moment to rest in my room. A brand new headquarters, a new room. Our headquarters had changed and expanded, matching the Shinsengumi's growth itself. And there we're going to stop, because, again, I've gone on a little too long, but I really wanted to finish that scene up. And I have the feeling there's a little bit more to the scene, but I think we could finish that last bit up in the next episode, and that'll be okay. But I'm just super happy that we finally had our episode with Sanin, you know, our first brand new episode with Sanin, new actual material with him protecting me. Well, hopefully we'll get to see a few more caring moments with Sanin in this game before we have to start waiting for part 2 to come out. Hope to see you there in that next video, or maybe in some of my other ones, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye, everybody.